Hey, this is B-Dub, and welcome to a new episode of Clear in My Head. Now, I'm not really sure how to start this one. I actually, truthfully, had to write all this down because I wasn't sure how I would handle this. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, but it's been difficult to do because every time that I wanted to, I would get choked up and start crying. It's even kind of hard speaking of it now, but here we go. Back in August of last year, we had to put down our dog Lucky after 13 years of him being with us. It was a very difficult time, not only for me, but for my family as well. Lucky had been in our lives since he was a puppy, and what hurt me even more is that he just turned 13 3 days before we had to let him go. But I know that it was the right decision because he wasn't doing well. He was having problems with his back legs, which made it difficult for him to get up and down the deck stairs when he went outside. I could tell towards the end that he was uncomfortable and hurting, but I still didn't want to let him go. I guess I was being stubborn because I thought he would get better, but I think the longer that he lived, the more in pain he was in. I think it finally took Tanisha to not force me, but tell me that it was time to let him go. I still remember the day that we took him to the vet for the final time. I had to carry him to the car and then have a vet tech help me bring him in. She had to put a towel under his tummy area to help support his back legs, and I tried to hold my composure as much as I could. I remember the vet asked us if we wanted to up his pain medicine to see what happened, but I told Tanisha I think I'm ready to let him go. I sat on the floor next to him while he was laying there. The vet said that we could stay while they put him to sleep. Now Tanisha couldn't do it, but I stayed in there until I knew for sure that he was gone, still sitting by him on the floor the whole time. After that day, it took me a while to get over that he was gone. Every time that I would come in the front door, I expected his head to pop up from the place where his bed was and start wagging his tail. I believe it was a couple days later that I finally gathered up all of Lucky's things, his toys, bed, food, and water dishes, and anything else I could find, and packed them all up. I felt if I didn't, I would continue to hurt because he wasn't around anymore. A week after we had him put to sleep, I picked up a box from the vet. In it contained some pieces of his fur, ink prints of his nose and paws, and it also contained a clay mold of his paw too. Now I placed all these pieces on our mantle along with his collar. This way, he would always be with us. As the days, weeks, and months progressed, I started feeling better. Now I wasn't thinking about him as often as I was that first month, which in a way was good because when I did think about him, I would start tearing up. As I've always told people, Lucky was more than our dog. He was a member of our family. Sometimes I would take hanging out with him over spending time with friends or even family. He was a great dog, and he somehow always knew when I was down. And I always loved the way he would comfort me. Since he was a chocolate lab, when he was standing, he would come up to a normal person's lower thigh. And if you were sitting down, he would come up to you where you could put your arms around him and give him a hug and hold him. I always loved when he would come over to me while I was sitting on the couch. I would pet him, give him a hug. He just always knew how to make me feel better. I don't think I'll ever have another dog like Lucky. I'm not saying we aren't going to have any other dogs. The plan is to get another one here within a year, and I already told Tanisha that I think I want another lab. Now, not that it has to be a chocolate one like Lucky, but at least the same breed. Right now, I have to get used to having a cat. Not that I haven't had cats before, because I have. I'm actually the only one in my family that has owned cats. So I had to prep everyone else on what it's like having a cat over having a dog. Now, of course, Charlie is not my cat, or even the family's cat. She is Brittany's cat, which is fine because all I want is to have another dog someday. That way, I can make some new memories with a dog that will probably become my next dog. Well, thanks for listening to this episode of Clear on My Head. Don't forget you can listen to Clear on My Head on all major podcasting platforms. Also, you can check out my podcast page on Spotify where you can listen to past episodes. Check out my social media links or leave me a message. But until next time, this is B-Dub. Thanks for listening, and I hope you join me next time as I continue with clearing out my head.
Show's over.
Show's over.
Well, I've so enjoyed our little chat.
Will you get going?
Goodbye.
You're wasting my time, so get out.
My suggestion to you is that you try again tomorrow.
I'll take that advice into account.
Get going.
See ya.
See ya.